Evening, Diehards. Thursday night. Gonna do a little Patriots talk right now. Patriots traded Brandon Cooks for the 23rd pick in the 2018 NFL Draft to the LA Rams. They also swap a 4th rounder in 2019 and get back a 6th rounder in 2018. 4th rounder 2018, 6th round pick. Those are just side shows. The trade was Cooks for a 1st round pick. Love the trade. They freed up $8.5 million. They were probably never interested in paying him that much money because he didn't produce like an $8.5 million receiver last season. Going to knock off one thing quickly. Odell Beckham Jr. is way out of our price range. That's not happening, so let's just put that aside. Teams like Jacksonville that are way under the cap can afford him. Cleveland, that's the places he's going to be looking at because he might be the first receiver that gets $18, $19 million a year, gets paid like a quarterback. That's how good the league feels Odell Beckham Jr. is. A guy that like the Patriots could be interested in is Dez Bryant if he gets cut before June 1st, because I think for $8.5 million the Patriots would fire that at him for 1 year and see if Dez would bite. Playing with Tom Brady, trying to win a ring, maybe is something he'd be interested in and taking a pay cut to do so. The NFL draft is coming. I put out today the mock quarterbacks that the Patriots look at and what fits their system. I believe Josh Allen is the #1 guy. I don't think they're going to trade the 2 picks up to get him. I don't even think they can because I think Allen's going to the Jets at 3. If he doesn't go to the Giants at 2 or the Cleveland at 1. He'll be gone in the first 3 picks. 2nd or 1st quarterback to come off the board. Josh Rosen, I believe, is their 2nd prospect they like. I think they also like Mason Rudolph. They like quarterbacks in the 6'3", 6'5" range. 225, 220 pounds, and control the ball all over the field in the tight spots. That's what they do with Brady. They're not going to change. And like I said earlier today on Facebook, they're completely fine with Brian Hoyer. He knows the system inside and out. He's been there before. And if they had to, Brady retires at the end of the season and they don't draft a quarterback this year, it just tells you more that they feel Hoyer can win them a division title. That's how they believe their system is good enough where a quarterback like Brian Hoyer, who knows the system inside and out, can come in and deliver a division title. That's all they try to do every year. Win the division, get in the playoffs, and see what happens. That's their goal every season. I do think that Colton Miller from UCLA is a guy on their radar. I think they could get him at 23. He's a guy that skyrocketed through the combine and the pro day. He was a 2nd rounder, and he just continues to move up. A lot like Nate Solder, where a lot of teams had him pegged down the board, and once he switched positions and became an offensive tackle, he moved up into the late 1st round for the Patriots back when they drafted him. A couple of my guys that I talked to on the site, Paul and Jay, 2 good guys from Bristol, Rhode Island. They came up with an article today about Baker Mayfield. Manish Mehta from the Jets beat writer is one of the guys that put it out there. I don't know if he is drinking the Kool-Aid. I just don't think Mayfield's on their radar. I'm not saying it's not possible. With the Patriots, anything's possible, but Baker Mayfield's small, and when you have a small quarterback, they have to change things around to fit him to their system. He's not a guy like Josh Rosen who they could plug in and say, here's the plays, run them, run it our way, or it's the highway. Mayfield is a little bit of a wild card. Not saying he's not going to work. Like I said from the beginning of this draft, I think Kyle Lauletta is just as good as all these guys. I think that the difference between all these players is very small. And the best player on the board to me is Saquon Barkley. The next best player is Minka Fitzpatrick, and Bradley Chubb is the 3rd best player. Josh Allen, I think, is the best quarterback in the draft, and I think that he will either go to Cleveland, the Giants, or the Jets. Big arm, a lot like Wentz. I don't think he's as good as Wentz, but I think he will be the best professional prospect out of the quarterbacks, and I don't think the Patriots are getting him. The Gronk rumors are put to sleep. I did that earlier. And I'll touch up on some other things with the draft coming nearer, but the Patriots are going to probably stay with what they got because they now have 5 picks in the first 95 picks, which is a really, really good thing and a good asset to have going forward. Talk to you tomorrow, guys. Have a good night.